25, Day 16 of Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial, Bryana Bongolan, a longtime friend of Cassie Ventura, took the stand under an immunity agreement and delivered emotionally charged testimony. Bongolan detailed a 2016 incident which she alleged Combs physically lifted and dangled her over a 17-story balcony at Ventura's Los Angeles apartment. "I was shaking a lot," she testified, describing how Combs allegedly held her by her armpits and chest while yelling, "Do you know what the fuck you did?" Bongolan said she had no idea what prompted the outburst. She also recounted an earlier episode that same year during a beach photo shoot where Combs allegedly got close to her face and threatened, "I'm the devil and I could kill you." Bongolan testified she was terrified, but continued seeing Combs afterward, stating honestly, "I don't know why she maintained contact." In addition to physical abuse, Bongolan spoke about frequent drug use involving marijuana, cocaine, and ketamine with Combs and Ventura. She and Ventura attempted multiple times to get sober, she said, but would relapse. "We had a problem," Bongolan admitted during cross-examination. During cross-examination, Sean Combs' defense attorneys aimed to challenge Bryana Bongolan's credibility by emphasizing her admitted history of drug abuse and her continued presence around Combs after the alleged violent incidents. Bongolan acknowledged using cocaine and ketamine regularly and confirmed that she and Cassie Ventura would repeatedly attempt to quit but failed. "We would try to stop and we couldn't. We had a problem," she stated. Defense attorneys highlighted inconsistencies in her memory, suggesting that her drug use may have impaired her perception and recollection of events. They pressed her on why she didn't report the balcony incident immediately and why she continued to interact with Combs socially, including traveling with him. Bongolan responded that she was scared and didn't fully understand the severity of the situation at the time. The defense also suggested that her testimony might be influenced by her immunity agreement, which protects her from prosecution in exchange for cooperation. However, Bongolan maintained that her intention was to be truthful about what she experienced and witnessed. Bongolan's testimony painted a broader picture of life inside Sean Combs' inner circle, one she described as tightly controlled and laced with intimidation. She testified that Combs maintained a high level of authority over those around him, especially Cassie Ventura, who was allegedly subjected to surveillance, emotional manipulation, and repeated physical and sexual abuse. According to Bongolan, Combs demanded loyalty and silence, using both fear and luxury to keep his associates compliant. She described a lavish lifestyle, private jets, exclusive parties, designer gifts, but said it came with a cost. "It wasn't freedom, it was a golden cage," Bongolan testified. She claimed that people who disobeyed or crossed Combs were often shut out or retaliated against. She said Cassie often appeared scared, isolated, and emotionally exhausted, but felt she had no way out. Bongolan's statements support Ventura's earlier civil lawsuit claims and are now part of a growing body of accusations from multiple individuals alleging a similar pattern of abuse by Combs. The trial is shedding light on what prosecutors argue is a long-standing culture of coercion and control masked by fame and power. In May 2024, federal agents raided Combs' homes in Los Angeles and Miami as part of a sex trafficking investigation. According to law enforcement officials, the raids were coordinated based on months of surveillance and accumulating witness testimony, including statements from individuals like Lil Rod and Bongolan. These mounting allegations have shaken the music and entertainment industry, where Combs, once seen as a self-made mogul and cultural icon, held significant influence. Public opinion is beginning to shift. Brand partnerships, such as his involvement with Ciroc and Revolt TV, have come under review or been quietly suspended. While Combs has denied all wrongdoing through his legal team, the consistency of the accounts and the growing number of accusers have put him in the center of one of the most high-profile cases of alleged abuse of power in the music industry in recent history. Sean Diddy Combs pleaded not guilty to federal charges including racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking. The trial, which began in early 2025, has included testimony from multiple accusers and witnesses who allege a pattern of coercion, intimidation, and abuse. One of the most impactful testimonies came from Bryana Bongolan, a longtime friend of Cassie Ventura. Bongolan testified about a 2016 incident where she claimed Combs physically assaulted her, including holding her over a 17-story balcony railing. Her testimony also detailed threats and drug use involving Combs and Ventura, painting a picture of fear and control within Combs's inner circle. The defense has aggressively cross-examined witnesses like Bongolan, questioning their memories and consistency, particularly regarding specific threats and details of the incidents. Despite these challenges, prosecutors argue that the testimony corroborates a pattern of violent and manipulative behavior consistent with the racketeering charges. Prosecutors plan to call additional witnesses, including Enrique Santos and an accuser identified only as Jane, who is testifying under a pseudonym. The court has taken steps to protect the anonymity of witnesses while balancing the public's right to information. If convicted on all charges, Combs faces the possibility of life in prison, highlighting the severity of the allegations and the case's significance in addressing systemic abuse in entertainment.